Get your forecast on Eyewitness News.
RTV Syracuse, the local station. You're watching the morning news.
Good morning and welcome in. It is 5 o'clock. We got Ryan and Rachel with you today. Thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah, it is Wednesday, March 11th, and the day of change is coming very soon here.
No, for once I was really wanting the week to move slowly
Yeah.
because I was enjoying these beautiful days.
I said goodbye to my neighbors. I knew like the nice walks around the neighborhood coming to an end for a little bit.
We'll be hibernating again for a few days here,
Carson.
Hibernation sounds pretty good right about now, I got to tell you. We've got quiet conditions at least this morning. Temperatures will start to rise, and as those temperatures rise today, those chances for some showers and some thunderstorms will begin to go up as well. Not much to show you on the radar picture at this hour. Even though we're not dealing with precipitation, we are dealing with some areas of patchy, dense fog. Half-mile of visibility in Fulton, 3/4 of a mile of visibility in Syracuse, down to 0 visibility. Spots like Skinny Atlas as well as Ithaca, so watch out for that fog. It is locally dense and may slow you down in your travels early this morning. Temperatures once again wide-ranging, 30s, 40s, 50s on the map here of the New York State Mesonet reporting sites. Though I do think those temperatures turn more uniform today as we head through the afternoon. Highs in the 60s to around 70 degrees. First chance at showers today rolling in after about 8 or 9 o'clock this morning, and then we are in and out of several different rounds of showers and thunderstorms through the day thereafter. The breeze is going to pick up as well at times for today. We're also concerned about a little bit of flooding, especially northeast of Syracuse. We'll talk more about that and more on the full storm team forecast in just a bit.
Okay, we're starting to...
Now, Storm Team meteorologist Carson Metcalf with Central New York's most accurate forecast.
5:12 early this Wednesday morning. We've got foggy conditions across a lot of central New York, including here in Syracuse, just under a mile of visibility, half-mile in Fulton, down to 0 visibility because of some of that locally dense fog down towards Skinny Atlas as well as Ithaca. So watch out. May slow you down in your travels into work and school early this Wednesday morning. Other than that, nothing on the radar picture. We'll show you that in just a moment. I do want to show you this, though, because temperatures are once again wide-ranging across central New York with that stalled-out frontal boundary close by. 30s to the north, 50s to the south. Look at Binghamton, 57 degrees right now. 40s for many in the middle, including here in Syracuse. And I think temperatures today pretty uniform across the area. 60s to right around 70 degrees as that frontal boundary lifts to the north, allowing that southeasterly breeze to usher in that milder air once again. Today, though, our last day probably of seeing high temperatures around 70 degrees for some time. I'll show you the 7-day 2 coming up. First, though, radar picture again. Free and clear of precipitation here in Syracuse and across central New York. There's that stalled out frontal boundary over our area right now. Cold front back to the west. And look at this. We got some showers, some thunderstorms, even some areas of freezing rain getting set to roll in to parts of Ontario, Canada. This is all going to slide our direction. Most of us just dealing with showers and a few rounds of thunderstorms as we head through today, but there could be some freezing rain, a little bit of a light ice accumulation, light glaze up toward the St. Lawrence Valley. Winter weather advisories posted there as temperatures stay in the 30s through about midday. Notice those colder temperatures. Ogdensburg up toward Messina by 7 a.m. 40s to right around 50 for the rest of us. And I think we're still quiet by 7 o'clock, but that quickly changes after about 8 or 9 a.m. this morning. We'll start to find that first round of showers, potentially some thunder in the mix as well. Bit of a lull in precipitation, Syracuse south and west by lunchtime, and then another round of showers and storms getting set to roll on in as we head through the afternoon. We're not done just yet with the shower and thunderstorm activity. One more batch getting set to roll in late this evening between about 9 and midnight, it looks like. And some of those storms with that later round, those later 2 rounds, I should say, could feature some gusty winds, especially west of Syracuse. But I think the bigger impact here going to be some locally heavy rainfall. We see rain transition over to some snow in the wake of that cold front. Yeah, a few light snow showers potentially by early tomorrow morning as temperatures drop all the way down into the 30s. Again, that level 1 of 5 or that low risk for severe storms west of Syracuse, mainly out over western New York for today, but we'll keep a close eye on that as a couple of those storms could be on the stronger side here in central New York late this afternoon into this evening. In terms of total rainfall, 1/2 inch to 1 inch by tomorrow morning, Syracuse south, 1 to 1.5 locally, up to 2 inches of total rainfall for areas north of Syracuse, east of Lake Ontario in particular, and that's why we've got flood watches posted for Oneida, Lewis, Jefferson, and St. Lawrence counties through tomorrow afternoon. We'll keep a very close eye on that for you. Tomorrow, though, temperatures take a tumble in the 30s. Some morning snow showers give way to drier conditions during the afternoon. Some rain and snow, low 40s on Friday, 30s, a few lingering flakes early Saturday.
Thank you, Carson. Right now it is 5:15.
Now, your certified as Central New York's most accurate.
5:23 early this Wednesday morning. Nothing to show you here on the radar picture in terms of precipitation, though we do have some areas of dense fog to contend with. Still tracking visibility below a mile in Syracuse and Fulton, down to 0 in spots like Skinny Atlas and Ithaca. So watch out for that. May slow you down this morning. Temperatures, they're wide-ranging. 30s, 40s, 50s on the map from north to south. I think all of us at least break into the 60s. Some spots like Syracuse down toward Ithaca perhaps getting to near 70. A few rounds of showers and thunderstorms getting set to roll through today.
$50 bill with a simple assignment. Do something kind with it. Over the years, students have used that money to bake cookies for nursing homes or pass out flowers to strangers. So we're asking you this morning, what would you do with $20?
Well, there's so many wonderful organizations around our area that you could help.
Yeah. I mean, listen, I wonder where she gets, is it her own money? I have questions now.
I was wondering that.
Yeah.
It probably is her own money.
Or
I
do
would
people
imagine.
fundraise for it because they know it's such a cool thing? Anyway, I'll take research on that, meaning us during the commercial break. We'll check it out. Hey, good morning. This is not Kate. This is Carson.
We're going to
Welcome
change
in.
the lower third again.
Not
Not
Kate.
Kate.
Not Kate, and not going to be enjoying this warm weather for too much longer, unfortunately. I always seem
It's
to be the
because
bearer
you're
of bad
here.
news.
Yeah.
Because I'm here every time. Every time. We'll start with some more bad news. We got some fog out there, too, this
Thanks,
morning. We'll take a look.
Carson.
Yeah,
here.
Carson.
That'll be the
Anytime,
hashtag.
buddy.
Thanks, Carson, right? Visibility right now down to 3/4 of a mile in Syracuse, 1/4 of a mile up in Fulton. Watch out. 0 visibility. Skinny Atlas to Ithaca right now, so tough ride there. May slow you down and spot some of that locally dense fog this morning. Radar picture, though, not showing anything in terms of precipitation at this point, but that's going to change by the mid-morning hours with some showers, even some thunderstorms getting set to roll on through. Temperatures, they're wide-ranging, 30s, 40s, even a couple spots in the 50s south of Syracuse. I think all of us climb up into at least the 60s, if not to right around 70 later this afternoon. Again, first round of showers, a few rumbles of thunder developing after 8 or 9 o'clock this morning, and we will continue to be in and out of some rounds of showers and thunderstorms from there on out today. Along with the mild conditions, it will be breezy as well. Some winds gusting over 20 miles per hour at times. And given the rain and snowmelt, especially for areas northeast of Syracuse, we're also concerned about some flooding. We'll talk more about that, show you where there are flood watches posted coming up in the full storm team forecast in just a bit.
We begin this
Now, Storm Team meteorologist Carson Metcalf with Central New York's most accurate forecast.
Hello there once again, Central New York. 5:44 is the time early this Wednesday morning. You're looking live using our tower cam over downtown Syracuse, looking over toward the dome. Pretty cool looking view there, at least to look at right here as we are right now because of that fog out there. Not so fun to drive through, though. We go from that view on tower cam of the fog over to the visibility numbers, down to 3/4 of a mile of visibility in Syracuse as well as Skinny Atlas. Ithaca, Penyan, up to a half mile right now, 1/4 mile up in Fulton. Bottom line, that fog is locally dense and may slow you down on your way into work and school early this morning. Watch out for that. Temperature-wise right now, wide-ranging 30s to the north, 50s to the south. We got 40s here in between for many in central New York, including here in Syracuse. I think temperatures once again unseasonably mild today, climbing well up into the 60s, even a couple spots, Syracuse, Ithaca, right around 70 degrees. Even a touch of humidity expected. Dew points right around 60 for a time later on this afternoon. Radar picture free and clear of precipitation, at least for now. Should remain that case over the next 2, 3, 4 hours before a round of showers and a few thunderstorms get set to develop after about 8 or 9 o'clock this morning. And after that point, we'll continue to be in and out of some rounds of showers and some occasional thunderstorms here ahead of a cold front that'll get set to slide on through here and bring in some changeable conditions later tonight to tomorrow in the form of those temperatures dropping out of the 60s to near 70, ending up in the 30s late tonight into tomorrow morning. Speaking of temperatures in the 30s, those are going to exist this morning up across the far north country, especially along the St. Lawrence River Valley. We got winter weather advisories posted in those spots, Jefferson, northern St. Lawrence counties, for the potential of some freezing rain. While those areas deal with a bit of freezing rain, a light glaze of ice, and some tricky travel this morning, most of us just be on guard for a few showers and thunderstorms rolling in after about, again, 8 or 9 o'clock this morning. That's round number 1. Bit of a lull toward the midday. Another round of showers and storms coming through during the mid to late afternoon. And some of those could pack a bit of a punch after 2 or 3 in the afternoon. In fact, right through later this evening with a third round of showers and storms coming on through, especially west of Syracuse. So watch for the potential of a few damaging wind gusts. But I think the bigger threat with these showers and storms is going to be the potential for some locally heavy rain and some flooding. We'll talk more about that in just a moment. Cold front slides on through. We'd see those temperatures drop back into the 30s and rain transition over to, yes, a few snow showers later on tonight into early tomorrow morning. Again, that severe level risk is low here, 1 of 5. It's a low but non-zero chance for a few strong to severe thunderstorms, especially west of Syracuse. But again, I think the bigger impact going to be from some locally heavy rain. 1/2 inch to 1 inch of total rainfall today and tonight. Syracuse points south, 1 to locally 2 inches of rain north and northeast of Syracuse. That's where we've got flood watches posted through tomorrow afternoon. Colder tomorrow with highs only in the 30s, some lingering morning snow showers, some rain and snow, low 40s on Friday.
In today's Tech Bites,
The local station. You're watching the morning news.
good morning and welcome in. It is 6 o'clock. We got Ryan and Rachel with you today. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, it is Wednesday, March 11th. We hope your morning is off to a great start. And in for Kate this morning, we have Carson, who is tracking a day of change ahead.
Yeah, that's right, Ryan. We'll start this day of change with some fog. How about this view live over downtown Syracuse, looking over toward the dome using our tower cam. That fog locally dense in spots this morning, so watch out. May slow you down in your travels close to Syracuse, Fulton. Same deal down toward Ithaca, Elmira, Penn Yan at this hour as well. Nothing to show you in terms of precipitation, though, at this point on the radar in Syracuse across central New York, but that will change first as we head through the rest of this morning. What else will change? The temperature map. We've got 30s and 40s for most, even some spots in the 50s. Look at Scipio Center, 52 degrees at the New York State Mesonet reporting site there. Burdett at 58. I think central New York gets into the 60s, if not right around 70. We're forecasting a high right at 70 here in Syracuse for this afternoon. After about 8 or 9 o'clock this morning, those chances for showers and some thunder will increase. And from there on out through the rest of the day into this evening, we're in and out of several rounds of showers and thunderstorms. We are concerned about a little bit of flooding, especially for areas northeast of Syracuse where some snowmelt continues on top of the potentially heavy rain for today. We'll talk more about that and much more coming up on the full storm team forecast in just a bit.
All right, the second verse.
Now, Storm Team meteorologist Carson Metcalf with Central New York's most accurate forecast.
6:12 early this foggy for many of us Wednesday morning. Look at the visibility numbers here, still dealing with low visibility, around a mile at the airport in Syracuse, quarter mile, for example, Fulton, likewise down in Penn Yan and Elmira. So watch out. That fog locally dense this morning may slow you down on your way into work or school. Temperature-wise this morning, wide-ranging readings once again. 30s to the north, 50s to the south. Look at Binghamton at 58 degrees right now. 40s for most in between, including here in Syracuse. We're at 42 at the airport as of the 6 o'clock hour. Your high temperatures for today, take a look. 60s to right around 70 degrees. One more unseasonably mild day before the bottom on those temperatures just falls right out as we head through tonight and into the day tomorrow. More on that coming up in just a couple moments. First, though, live look at the radar picture here in Syracuse, across central New York. Not much to show you in terms of precipitation at this time. However, that will change. There's that stalled out frontal boundary keeping the cooler, relatively cooler air to the north and mild air to the south. That lifts north, though, as we head through the day, ushering in some of that milder air, those temperatures in the 60s to near 70. But also, we're tracking the potential for some showers and thunderstorms to roll on in as well. And while many of us just deal with precipitation in the form of plain old rain today because it's going to be plenty mild enough for that, temperature is going to be a little bit colder, at or below freezing for a time through midday. Northern St. Lawrence and Jefferson counties, especially closest to the St. Lawrence River Valley, there could find some light ice accumulation, some freezing rain up that way. Tough travel in spots across, again, the far north country, heading mainly through this morning and the early afternoon. Timecast, let's take you through it by the top of the hour, 7 a.m. Still quiet, still dry, skies rather cloudy, a little bit of patchy, dense fog as well. Watch what happens. Those chances for showers, a few thunderstorms start to increase already by 8 or 9 o'clock this morning. That's round number 1. A bit of a lull in precipitation midday. Another round of showers and storms getting set to blow on through here as we head through the afternoon. Then another bit of a lull early this evening and another round of showers and thunderstorms developing late this evening into the first part of tonight. All the while, temperatures remaining quite mild, but those temperatures drop considerably in the wake of a cold front. Late tonight, tomorrow morning, we're back in the 30s with a few lingering, snow showers possible as we begin the day tomorrow. In terms of any severe weather risk, in terms of gusty winds, large hail, any of that is going to be likely to the west of Syracuse, and even then, a low risk for severe storms, a 1 out of 5 risk for areas to our west. Again, Finger Lakes, Rochester, Buffalo. However, we could be dealing with some localized flooding. Syracuse Point South, not necessarily the focal point for flooding, with just a ½ inch to an inch of rainfall today and tonight, but where we see 1 to 1.5, locally 2 inches of rain to the north and east of Syracuse. That's where the flood watches are posted. Jefferson, Lewis, St. Lawrence, and Oneida counties through tomorrow afternoon. We'll watch that closely for you. Temperatures again much colder tomorrow, only in the 30s. Back to reality, right? Temperatures at or above 40 here briefly on Friday with a few rain and snow showers. 30s again, a few lingering flakes early Saturday. Back in the 50s briefly though Sunday into Monday.
All right, kind of a serious topic here for our question.
Now, your forecast first. Certified as Central New York's most accurate.
6:26 is the time early this Wednesday morning. Live look outside once again using our tower cam over downtown Syracuse, looking over toward the dome. You can see a little bit of fog there in the distance. Current temperature, a mild 42 degrees, matching that dew point, though, at 42. And that's why we've got some areas of locally dense fog, not only in Syracuse, but up toward Fulton, Penn Yan, Ithaca, down toward Elmira as well. So watch out. Some of that may slow you down on your way into work or school this morning. Temperatures, once again, wide-ranging. 30s to the north, 50s for some to the south, 40s for many in between, including again here in Syracuse, we're at 42. Nothing to show you on the radar picture right now in terms of any precipitation, but that will change initially after about 8 or 9 o'clock this morning. We'll start to find chances for some showers and thunderstorms on the rise here. Temperatures climbing into the 60s to around 70 degrees as we head through this afternoon. And as we look ahead, not only at today's highs, but also the flood alerts. We've got those flood watches posted for areas northeast of Syracuse. We could see some heavy rain, 1 to 2 inches of rain stack up today and tonight. Jefferson, Lewis, Oneida, St. Lawrence counties will be on the lookout there for some flooding through tomorrow afternoon.
Okay, quickly, let's show you the question of the day before we go to break on this day. 6 years for nursing homes or pass out flowers to strangers. I love this. How great is that?
Nice.
Yeah.
That is awesome.
All right, welcome in. It is 6:30. You have Rachel, Ryan, and not Kate. It is Carson here this morning.
I was waiting for that to appear there.
I know one time when he filled in and said not Kate on the banner there. And
Bearer of bad news.
Great news as always.
I know.
Per usual. When Carson comes in, you know, bad news bears, bad news Carson.
Something terrible is going to happen.
Carson's like
he's
like a cold front. He just hits you.
Look at this.
Boom.
Speaking of cold fronts.
Cold front Carson. I know.
Cold front Carson getting set to come through tonight. We go from 60s to near 70 again today. This time tomorrow probably be in the 30s. So enjoy it while it lasts. I feel like we say that more than anything here with our central New York weather, right? One thing we're not enjoying, though, a bit of low visibility because of some patchy dense fog across parts of central New York. Watch out for that. May slow you down on your way into work or school this morning. In terms of precipitation, at least, not seeing anything showing up on the radar picture right now. That will change, though, as the day wears on. Temperature-wise, for most spots on the New York State Measurement reporting sites, in the 40s, even a couple areas in the 50s. Scipio Center down toward Burdett. Still in the 30s, though, Ontario. We'll get up toward Oswego as well, but I think all of us have a really good chance of getting into at least the 60s, maybe touching 70 again here in Syracuse later on this afternoon. Again, those chances for rain and even a few thunderstorms going to be on the rise initially after about 8 or 9 o'clock this morning. We'll be in and out of some rounds of showers and storms from there on out through the rest of the day into this evening, while the severe weather threat looking rather low overall. We could be dealing with some flooding across parts of central New York. We'll talk more about that and more in the full storm team forecast coming up in just a bit.
We begin this morning.
Now, Storm Team meteorologist Carson Metcalf with Central New York's most accurate forecast.
6:43 early this Wednesday morning, just a little bit away from sunrise over downtown Syracuse on our tower cam. Notice socked in with a fair amount of cloud cover. Also a little bit of fog there in the distance. Kind of a cool picture there looking over toward the dome. And we will continue to find these quiet conditions give way to more active weather as the day wears on. We'll show you the radar and the timecast in just a moment. First, though, do want to let you know that fog is reducing visibility in areas like Syracuse, though we are up to 4 miles of visibility, an improvement over the last hour. Half-mile of visibility still in Fulton. Visibility below a mile down toward Penn Yan and Elmira. So some of that fog locally dense in the next hour or two may slow you down on your way into work and school. Temperature-wise, for many of us, 40s, 30s to the north, 50s especially to the south. But look at Skinny Alice already at 50 degrees right now. I think across the board we have a good chance of getting into the 60s, if not for a couple spots like here in Syracuse down toward Ithaca, right around 70 degrees for today. But today is where the unseasonably mild weather will stop, so enjoy it while it lasts. Radar picture right now not showing anything in terms of precipitation. You have to travel back to the west. Line of showers and thunderstorms approaching the Buffalo area out over western New York at this hour. That'll arrive here closer to Syracuse after about 8 or 9 o'clock this morning. And from there on out, we'll continue to be in and out of several rounds of showers and storms. But while many of us are just dealing with plain old rain, could be a little like glaze of ice with some freezing rain up across the far north country, right along the St. Lawrence Valley, which weather advisories posted there through midday today. Still, a lot of cloud cover, a little glimpse or break or peak of sunshine in the next hour or two, and then there comes that line of showers and a few thunderstorms here by about 9 or 10 o'clock through the greater Syracuse area. That rolls east. We dry out temporarily. Syracuse points south and west. Another round of showers and storms rolls on through as we head through the afternoon. Another lull, then another round of showers and thunderstorms late this evening between about 10, 11, and midnight. And then after that point, the cold front slides on through. We drop those temperatures back out of the 60s into the 30s. Some lingering snow showers possible late tonight and into early on Thursday morning. In terms of any severe thunderstorm threat, looking rather low. A 1 out of 5 risk for severe storms, mainly west of Syracuse, out toward parts of the Finger Lakes, Rochester, and Buffalo. I think the higher threat here locally, especially for areas north and east of Syracuse, going to be that flooding potential. Near and south of Syracuse, ½ to 1 inch of rain today and tonight. Between 1 and 2 inches of rain could fall for areas northeast of the city, east of Lake Ontario. And because of that, flood watches are posted through tomorrow afternoon for Oneida, Lewis, Jefferson, as well as St. Lawrence counties. Again, much colder tonight, staying pretty cold tomorrow. Temperatures only in the mid to upper 30s. Some lingering morning flakes, some rain and snow showers. How about low 40s here as we take you into the day on Friday? Back into the 30s, a few flakes to start the day Saturday. Looks to improve, though, just in time for the parade. Good news there. Snow going over to some rain with temperatures in the 50s briefly on Sunday. Temperatures drop once again early to mid next week.
Okay, let's get to our...
Give us the bad news.
All right, Rachel, thanks very much. Yeah, we've got a pretty quiet start to the day, at least right now, but things are going to turn more active as we head through this morning. Nice looking pre-sunrise shot right now using our tower cam, looking live over downtown Syracuse. 43 degrees, the current temperature right now. We still have a little bit of fog to contend with, though, so watch out for that. Some of that is locally dense, especially south and west of Syracuse, out through the Finger Lakes this morning. Temperatures wide-ranging, 30s to the north, 50s to the south, 40s for many in between. Again, 43 here at the airport in Syracuse. Not much to show you here on the radar picture right now, but notice to the west, we already got some showers and storms rolling on in to parts of western New York. Those will be here closer to Syracuse by about 9 or 10 o'clock this morning. We'll be in and out of showers and storms from there through the rest of the day. Highs near 70.
Okay, thank you so much for joining us. Have yourself a fantastic day. And again, if any news breaks on Adrian Archer, we'll have it for you.